Hey everybody. So I want to talk about what actually in my experience is the ultimate binge life hack, that if you are tempted to go for that bottle of wine or bar of chocolate or tub of ice cream or whatever it may be. So this is something I think about a lot, and this is something that I go through a lot. And especially living less than 100 yards from a shop that's just full of recreational drugs. And that's one of the things in my mind that I just look at it as like, that shop doesn't sell food, it's a drug dealer shop. But anyway, so I don't quite know what to call this, but it could be the euphoria or manifesting euphoria trick or something. So let me just talk you through it. It's very, very simple, and this definitely relates to something that I spoke about at the end of my talk in the Carnival conference in Spain in October, which is the idea that, like every other living thing, we humans are meant to be healthy, look our best, feel our best, and do our best as well. And in terms of feeling our best, this euphoria, it's like your birthright. I'm going to be juggling a lot with the wording around this, right? But we are. It's there for us, and it is the default, and it's the way that everything should be most of the time. And I always have to say most of the time, because sometimes you get chased by a tiger, which isn't fun. Okay, so what is the hack? Very simply, holding the belief in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, that feeling good, feeling right, is right there by default, and it's your natural state. And that, yes, you can borrow feeling good from tobacco, alcohol, sugar, wheat, all of that crap, crack cocaine if you wish, all of that is temporary feeling good that then has to be repaid with interest, and it is inferior to the real thing. It's inferior to euphoria. Euphoria is there, it's available for you right here, right now. All you have to do is observe it, almost, so just like let it be. Does that make sense? Just tap into it. It's right there. Now, I admit, if you are in the throes of caffeine withdrawal, nicotine withdrawal, sugar withdrawal, crack cocaine withdrawal, it might be tough. Interestingly, I do think that people who drink alcohol very often, my mum, who was an alcoholic and died at 62, she said to me that one of the things that alcoholics are kind of addicted to is the feeling of coming back to life the next day, during the morning. You have the coffee and the full English and whatever, and you start to go, oh, actually I feel, and quite often, I know in my experience as well, from being a heavy drinker for 10 years and giving that up a year ago, you can actually feel quite randy as well. You can feel quite horny after a night on the sauce, and when that rush of energy comes back, that's a sign. But anyway, I digress. It's a form of manifestation. It is absolutely manifestation. To acknowledge the truth that everything that you need, and that the feeling of rightness, and you're right with the world, you are good, this is good, everything's fine, and that feeling and that knowledge is right there. And here's the weird thing, it is that simple too, right? It's like you don't need to get anywhere, to be a better person, to have more money in the bank, or whatever. And you certainly don't need the coffee or the ice cream or the chocolate or the full English breakfast in order to feel that. Sure, if you're really hungry, then food will help you to feel comfortable. But the fundamental rightness of euphoria is right there. It's right there. It's available to all of us all the time, right here, right now. And that the surety of that knowledge, and then saying, look, I can have the hot chocolate or the pastry, right? But I know that the pleasure that it gives me isn't the real thing. It's a fake version of the real thing. It's an artificial dopamine injection, which is simply inferior and comes at a price, whereas euphoria doesn't come at a price. Euphoria is free and it's always there. And it feels like there's something very Buddhist about this as well, somehow. Right? It taps into, I'm sure, all traditions. You know, I've written before about Jesus saying that the kingdom of God is within you, right? As it's already there. You know, it is. You don't have to do anything. Just acknowledge the truth, the fact that you've already got everything that you need and that you're absolutely fine. And bingo, you're absolutely fine.